friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. We are almost at the end of this month. Can you believe it? Man, it's going by fast. Christmas will be here before you know it. But before we get on with this video, I always like to welcome you if you are new, because you don't know me and I don't know you, but I want you to get to know me. My name is Brenda and this is my sweet Oliver. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number 1. So I'm going to take these 3 ornament signs from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the top piece there just using my Cricut spatula. It comes off really easily. And then I'm just going to start removing the paper. Now, I wish I would have recorded the blue one, because the blue one came off really easily in really nice big chunks. This one, it kept coming off in small pieces. So but if you don't want to do this, if you don't want to take the time, you could always use the back side and then cover the front with some paper. But after I had all the paper removed, I spritzed it down with some water, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then I just remove all that extra glue and paper that's left behind with my paint scraper. Then I'm going to paint each one. I'm going to paint one of them with Waverly chalk paint in the color white, and then the other 2 is with Folk Arts Antique Green and Imperial Red. And then I took the red one, I took my pencil, and I'm just trying to make like some drip marks so that it looks like snow. And I am going to paint it with my white chalk paint. Just used a little brush to get around the pencil lines, and then paint it in the rest with the bigger brush. Then I took my other one that I had painted white. I'm using my painter's tape here, and I'm just using that one small piece as a spacer, and then I'm laying out my stripes, and then I'm going to paint each stripe with my antique green. After I get every stripe there painted, and including the edge, I'm going to remove that painter's tape, and voila, we have a beautiful painted striped sign. And then the third one, the green one, I'm taking my sponge dauber here from Dollar Tree, my white chalk paint, and I'm just going to dab on some circles. Now, the sponge dauber doesn't leave a real smooth look, so I take my small paintbrush and just kind of paint it in the middle to make it look a little bit better. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the smaller brush. I'm going to do red, and then of course I did the same thing as the white and just kind of painted in the middle part and made it look a lot more smooth. Then I'm going to use my Fix-All glue here, and I'm going to glue this, what is that piece? I don't know what you call it. Anyways, the top piece here, I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue for that immediate hold, and then the Fix-All for permanent, and I'm just going to glue that in place. Be careful when you use the hot glue, because it does make that metal hot. Then I just kind of marked where I want to lay, where I had that laid, so that I knew where to put my glue, and I'm going to use wood glue and hot glue. And again, the wood glue is for permanent hold, the hot glue is immediate hold. I'm going to lay those 2 in place, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the third ornament here. And then I'm going to lay that. I realized some of the top part of that's going to touch, so I thought I'll just add some glue on that, add my hot glue around my wood glue, and lay those in place. Then after that, I just took some of these greenery pieces. These come off of like candle rings from Hobby Lobby. I got them last year. I think they were 75 or 95% off after Christmas when I got a whole bunch, but right now they're 50% off. I love using these. They're just the perfect size, but I'm just going to hot glue them in place. And yeah, I guess I just hot glue those. Then I'm going to make 3 bows with this beautiful ribbon. I absolutely love this. Came from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to use some red cording that also came from Hobby Lobby to keep them held in place. And then once I have that all tied, I am going to dovetail the ends, which you just fold in half and cut at an angle. And then I'm going to glue that in place. Or I'm going to glue all 3 of those in place. I'm just going to add some little pine cones that I just recently got from Temu. And I'm not even going to add a hanger, because you can use the open part of that top one as a hanger. And there they are. I love how these are. They're just so pretty and fun. You have to let me know what you think about these in the comment box below. Okay, guys, here we are once again. Can you believe, like I said at the intro, can you believe we are only 2 months away from Christmas? I mean, where's the time going? It seemed like yesterday was January 1st. You know what I mean? But anyways, we are full into the Christmas season, or I should say Christmas crafting season. I hope you are enjoying the videos that I am bringing you. When I make these DIYs and these crafts, I'm always thinking, okay, what would they like to see that's new, that's different? And sometimes it can be a challenge, and sometimes it comes like that, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. But sometimes it's a challenge. But you know what? That's okay, because I want to make you guys happy, because I appreciate so very much every time you guys come and watch my videos and comment and like and share and subscribe and all that stuff. It just means the world to me, and I just cannot ever thank you enough for all that you have done for supporting me and my channel. But before I go on to the rest of the video, if you are new here and you enjoyed today's video as well as home decor on a budget, then I would love it if you'd become part of our YouTube family as well and hit that red subscribe button before you go. So with all that being said, let's continue on with the video. DIY number 2. So for this next DIY, I'm going to take this wood Christmas tree cutout. I'm sorry that is not in frame, but I'm going to paint it with my folk art antique green. I almost forgot the color. And then I took some of these little lights wood lights that I got from Temu. I'm going to paint each one of them gold. I've got 5 of them there. I'm going to take these wood letters. I got a big pack of these from Amazon. I'm going to paint them with Crimson by Waverly, but you can always use some from Hobby Lobby. You can use the ones from Dollar Tree. You can use stickers, use whatever you have. You could even use a cutting machine if you have one. So after I had everything painted, I took some of this red cord and I separated it so that it thinned out the cord. And I tie a knot in the end of that one. I end up later undoing the knot because it stuck up too much, and you'll see what I do. But I'm just going to thread the cording through each hole just like you see me doing. And after I get through each one of them, which should be any moment here, I am going to I ended up untying the knot behind the first one and then just gluing, using a little dab of hot glue to glue the end in there. That way they would lay flat. Then I'm going to just take my wood glue and some hot glue, and I'm going to glue each one of those lights in place. And I really tried to figure out which way to lay these. So I ended up doing it this way, but then there's this big green area, and I'm not sure if I should put something there or not. I'll let you guys tell me what you think. But once I had each one of these laying down like you see, then I'm going to hot glue my letters in place. And I'm just using my Tight Bond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue there. And I'm just going to glue each letter in the light. Then once I was done with that, I took my square ruler here. I'm just making sure that my letters are even, or at least trying to. And then I'm going to use my Tight Bond glue to glue all of those in place as well. And once I have them all glued, I took a star that I had in my stash. I painted it with that gold and glued that on the top. And then I had this base. This came off of, I think, one of my fall DIYs, like one of the acorns or something. And I'm just going to glue my tree inside of it. And I added some of my Tight Bond glue inside of it and then hot glue on the outside of it to just kind of hold it in place. Then I'm going to glue some more of these picks from Hobby Lobby down on that base. And then I'm going to add some more of those little pine cones. And I think that's all I did on this one. So let me know. Did I do something else? Oh, I did. I'm sorry. I'm going to take my, what is this stuff called? Oh, Snow Tech. I got this from Hobby Lobby. You can get it on Amazon, but let me tell you, it's always way more expensive on Amazon. So if you can find it at a Hobby Lobby, that would be great. if you want to use it. But I'm just going to take and brush it along the edges of the tree. And then I brush some over my word that spelled Christmas. And there it is. And yeah, I really like it. I'm just not sure if that big green area needs something. Let me know in the comment box below what you think, if I should do something in that big area or leave it as it is. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And we have these pretty pieces that Sarah made. I love them. I love the saying on that last one. It was so pretty. And then Marla, look at all these cross stitch, I think that is what it's called, that she did. It was wonderful. And then Rhonda, she's been busy. I just love that busted canvas with the dog. So cute. Thank you, ladies. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to that email address there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 3. So I'm going to take one of these plates or one of these trays. I got this last year from Dollar Tree. I absolutely loved that plaid, and I had to get one. So I actually got a couple, and I used one last year. I still had one, so I used it this year. I taped off the sides. I painted the middle with my white chalk paint. I took the word or the letters Joy. These came from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to paint them with my Imperial Red. I'm going to then take my Titebond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue, and I'm going to glue the letters all in place, just reading downward. And then after that, I'm going to take some greenery. And no, I'm not. I'm going to take some red cording. And I didn't like the way the edge was on my painting, so I'm just going to add that red cording right over it. That kind of helps cover up any imperfections. Then I took some more of these greenery picks from a candle ring from Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to glue them in place I used a ton of hot glue on these things to really hold them in place. And then I'm going to add some of the ones that have the snow look to them, just some green and some snow. And then after that, I'm going to add some pine cones. And do I add berries? Yes, I add some berries as well. And I think these berries came from Dollar Tree. No, I think either, I don't know. You can get them from Dollar Tree, you can get them Walmart, you can get them from Temu. So they came from one of those places. Then I took some of this ribbon that I love that comes from Hobby Lobby, and I thought it was so close to that plaid on that tray, so I went ahead and used it, made a bow, doing the awareness ribbon again, scrunching it up, tying a twine around it, and cutting the ends at an angle, or dovetailing. And then I'm going to cut another piece down, do like the awareness ribbon, glue the ends together, and I'm going to use hot glue and Fix-All glue to glue that in place. Again, the hot glue is for immediate hold. The Fix-All is for permanent hold. Then I added just a little bit more hot glue there. That thing, I don't want it to go anywhere. And there it is. I love how this came out. I love that tray. I think it is so pretty. Oh, I just love that one. But you'll have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, DIY number 4. Okay, you guys. Now this one, I almost threw in the trash. I'm not happy with it, but you'll have to let me know what you think. I had a subscriber ask me to do a Nutcracker. So I had this Pringles can, and I thought, you know what? I might be able to make a Nutcracker with it. So I'm going to paint the top part of this as well as the lid of the Pringles can with my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. I took these, I don't know if these came from vinyl or what these came from. It was a longer one, and I think I cut it. So it must have been from vinyl, but I'm going to cut about a little more than half of it, I think, with black. And then I forgot to push record, and I painted the middle part there with Seashell Pink by Folk Art, I believe it is. And then I'm going to paint the bottom with my Crimson Red by Waverly. I did have to do a couple of coats with the pink and the red, of course, to cover up that Pringles logo and stuff. Then I went ahead and painted the bottom as well. Then I pulled up pictures, face pictures of Nutcrackers on Pinterest, and just kind of used a pencil to outline and draw and I got ideas and just kind of outlined it. And then I'm coloring it in with this black marker that Kathy Jo sent me. I really love this marker. It's so nice. I need to find out where she got them again. But I'm just going to draw in his nose and mustache with this pen and color in the mustache. And honestly, I was pretty proud of myself for the way I drew the mustache. I really just kind of hand drew it, and I thought, oh, doesn't come out too bad. I was pretty tickled. Anyways, after that, I took a white marker, paint marker, and I'm just coloring in his eyes. And then I'm going to color in some teeth for him. And then I'm going to use my black marker again to add some pupils. And I did outline his teeth with that black as well. Then I took some of this small green ribbon I've had in my stash forever, and I'm going to glue it around the bottom part of his hat, the top part of his hat, which was actually the lid. I added a snowflake to the top of his hat. I wish I would have brought it up a little higher, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do to dress this up. I kind of was just winging it, going with it as I was going. I'm going to make some dots here. I used my tape here to kind of help me know where to make those little marks. Then I'm going to take some more of this ribbon that I cut down, and I'm just going to glue them crisscrossing just like you see right there. And then after I had that done, there's so many ways you can do this for a Nutcracker. And of course, after I got it done, I thought, oh, maybe I should have done this different. But I forgot to hit record again. And so basically, I took those arms that I had painted for him, and I used my little poker tool, and I poked holes inside of that all the way through the can, the Pringles can, and then use zip ties to connect it. See how you can see that there? I did paint that red to kind of hide it. And then you can see the zip ties inside it. And that was a little tricky trying to get the zip tie in that with one hand. I had to use one hand to do it. So it was a little tricky, but I got it done. Then I took the legs, and I am just going to hot glue those onto the bottom. And I'm adding a lot of hot glue all on the top and all around the outside of them so that they stay. Then I took that plaque and some of my pill bottle lids, and I painted it all black. And I also painted this little round black as well. And I'm going to use this to put under one of his legs, because I cut these, just one was a little bit shorter than the other. So, and then I'm going to use my hot glue and go around the top of his shoulders, and I'm going to put those caps right on top. I didn't have any rounds big enough, or I thought maybe the little fuzzy ball thingies, but I didn't have any big enough to go in those holes. Those arms are kind of big. So then I went ahead and used this gold marker and just kind of went around by all the green ribbon that I placed, and then I'm making his lace marks on his legs. And that's pretty much all I think I did with it. Oh no, I used this gold marker. I go around the base that I have him standing on as well. I showed my husband, and he thought it looked great. And I'm like, oh, I don't like it. And he's like, why don't you like it? It looks good. I'm like, I don't know. I just don't like it. But oh, I also took a half bead and painted it gold. I actually used that marker. I was tired of painting and just used that marker and then glued that on the top. But as you can see, I tried to make some little chains up on his hat by the snowflake, but it's kind of crooked. And yeah, I don't know. I almost threw this away. I almost didn't add it, but I decided to add that. Sorry, I just hit my leg. Anyways, here is the final reveal. I hope you guys enjoyed the Nutcracker and at least got some inspiration. Maybe you could make it a little bit better than I did, or a lot better. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will be back again on Sunday with the What Would You Make challenge. So stay tuned for that. And then you guys, can you believe we'll be starting November 1st, 12 days of Christmas. I can't believe it. So stay tuned. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.